Everybody raise your eyes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody to our first Brasstown County Board meeting of 2026. We will start off with appointment of positions. First up would be the role of president. Is there any nominations? Nominate Greg Gosselin. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So that's it. Next up would be the appointment of liaisons for different boards. The request for any changes. Okay.
Your motion to keep the same liaisons from the 2025 year.
Okay, Christie Sherman, is there a second?
Second.
Brian, we need a second. All those in favor of keeping liaisons as we were in 2025 to 2026, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Pass. Next up would be the appointment of our legal counsel.
Will you stay on? Oh, I have one. Exact.
I'd love to stay if you go to that.
Okay. I second.
Thank you for the motion. Chris Lane for the second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And so that passed. Is there anything else I did not think of? First of the year stuff. No. Okay. All right, we will jump down to the approval of claims. If you go to the end, first up will be the accounts payable for the period ending January 5th. One note I do want to bring up, there's a purchase for the police department of an air compressor and some tools for $1,600. 1,000 of that was from a grant from a private citizen who came in and presented that. So the police now have an air compressor to work on their own vehicles, anything that they need. So, any other questions or concerns over this? It's not a motion.
Motion to approve accounts payable as presented.
The person making the motion, is there a second? Second. Being the second. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. So that passes. Next up would be our payroll voucher for the period ending December 26th.
Motion to approve payroll voucher ending December 26th.
Can you make a motion? Second. Person with Keith for the second. All those in favor of payroll presented, so signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. So that passed.
You can go for second.
I put first.
It was Brian.
I think we may have said at the same time.
Oh, but if you're a little too far, you have to try.
They travel faster than they do.
Yes. Screen anyway.
Okay. We will move on to old business.
I have one quote for those two.
Okay. First up would be the dead trees from High Street. So you received one quote.
John reached out to,
Brent,
yes, Brent, and he never did reply and never did send a quote in.
I had a hard time getting hold of him too, but
Yeah.
Sean we were playing tag and everything. So
Yeah.
that's it.
But I do have one quote. It's for the 3 trees on High Street and the 1 tree in the alley, Tanner Street alley, which is ours. And it is, it's $15,000. It's all 3 trees completely removed, stump, everything, and it's very detailed. It's like 4,000 a tree, so it's really not that bad. Where's Tanner Street?
Let's walk over. How far out is it?
See if it says on there. I don't know. I just know it's Tanner Street. That's their brochure. It just goes, same as the streets without those. Yeah, two, three, four. Three, four is 26.
Was anyone besides the one that didn't apply in this company voted?
You guys know if they recorded or not?
I still voted, but I mean,
So two contractors, one quote receipt.
yeah.
Okay.
Who is that quote from?
Royal Tree Service, LLC.
They got their insured and
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they can see them.
how long is it put back for? I guess I can see if it gets here.
Till the 9th,
So-
January 9th. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't see why we couldn't extend it, but that's what it says on there.
how long do they estimate it would take to get the job?
Sean just gave it to me today, so I didn't really read a lot of it. I just know he added a tree for the alley.
Estimate was on in December. Well, we had the night, it says the 19th, so we had it, he's got it.
Yeah, he reached out to them, same time we tried reaching out to Brent.
The count that comes on, that was pretty funny, really.
Whatever you guys want me to. Street doesn't have, well, starting over the new year, I mean. I don't think anyone really allows for. We could take it out of the general professional services. Split it with street professional services. We got any other local tree services?
I don't know about bang good.
Well, we would just like to have, I think, one more real vote to compare this with the.
There used to be a guy on 31 out there,
But, you see,
Eagle. It was, Pace, Greg Pace. I mean, I don't know if he does like, I don't know if he does lumber or something, I'm not sure if he actually did like, do true removal.
I think we need to find another vote on this even.
they removed, the reason he reached out to them is they removed all the trees around his church.
I'll call Sean tomorrow. I'll have to get another vote if anybody thinks it's someone. Let me know.
Let's do that, and then we can double back to the figure out.
Yeah.
Well, grab from the race station for that.
Right.
Okay. So please add that to the queue for our next meeting, which is the reading test.
Okay.
And if the anyone calls, so we're working on clarifying the original votes. Okay. Next up under old business is land from the, school corporation and Hoover Health Living. All questions?
I didn't think we got that finished last time.
I saw it on the agenda. I think there is a few things I need to finish up. We've handled all the heavy lifting and gotten everything that we need. The ordinances have been passed to accept the property. I'll go through, we can see what administrative things we taken care of in the back end and go through those reported. And I'll get with you before the next meeting, make sure that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. you have anything else in the old business? Okay, you're done. Okay, here we go, we'll move on to new business. And we will. Let's go with the, Valley allocation, Valley Alley vacate petition number 2025-130 for Sheen Real Estate LLC.
Yeah.
Which under our, guidance with the ordinance number 2026-02. And probably just the information you shared with us.
Yep, so Mr. and Mrs. Smith are here as well as Daniel and Nathan Grimes from Renaissance Design. They can answer any questions you guys have. But they filed a petition under petition number 2025-13 with the Plan Commission to vacate a 12-foot alley running between lots 136 and 141, as shown in the original plat of the town of Brownstown, as recorded in plat map 1A, page 71, dated May 30th, 1860. So what that is the gravel lot behind Circle K that consists of Dairy Queen. CM has, or they're in the process of purchasing that real estate. There's a 12-foot alley. That's all a gravel lot. It's not being used currently as an alley. I mean, everybody gets through that lot, but the petition is to vacate that. We had the initial hearing on December 4th, and then the public hearing on December 16th for that. There was no opposition. More than happy to answer any questions you guys have. I've attached an exhibit there for you to review of where that 12-foot alley is at in relationship to those lots.
In full disclosure, Tim and I were on the zoning board this week. We've heard with some, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask for it.
By state statute, the 12-foot alley would be split and go to the adjoiners on each side of that, but with CM owning both parcels and both lots, this will all, that will just be absorbed by those two lots.
Any other questions, concerns?
It would be nice to have something
You guys have it? Yep. Very much so.
down there.
Okay, hearing none, would there be a motion on ordinance number 2026-02?
A motion to approve ordinance 2026-02.
Second. Chris will make the motion, Brian makes the second. All those in favor of approving ordinance number 2026-02, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Right pass. I will go ahead and pass that one for the signature. Next up would be vacate petition number 2025-4. That would be our ordinance 2026-03. And that would be petition to vacate 12-foot alleyway. How would you,
12-foot alleyway running between lots 68 and 69, as shown in the WML Benton second edition to the town of Brownstown, as recorded in plat map 2, page 87, dated November 29th, 1882. So again, same situation. This was an alley that was platted in the late 1800s and never developed. This is at Colonial Crossing Apartments owned by William and Tina Scholes. So their initial hearing was on June 24th, public hearing on July 22nd. Again, there was no opposition, and that was passed to you guys with a favorable recommendation unanimously. More than happy to answer any questions. I have given you guys a second survey class, but I just realized it is not the correct property. It's another alley location we had coming, so.
I was looking at six, yeah, I'm looking at 68, 69.
Yeah. So I apologize. That's a mistake on my end, but again, it's just a grass strip that runs on the north side of those apartments that's been used where Lucky puts the dumpster and they just wanted it vacated, so legally that dumpster could sit there rather than blocking a public way, which is a grass strip. Same situation, that'll be split in half. 6 feet will go to the adjoining to the north, 6 feet will go to Mr. Scholl's at Colonial Crossing.
Any other questions, concerns over this?
So it's correct, we did our first public hearing on this back in July, is that correct? Okay. There's no reason-
I'm sorry, June, initial hearing, June, public hearing was July 22nd.
Okay, yeah, that's why I know it's the public, the first public hearing is. There's no special reason why we waited on that, then. Okay. Looking for a motion?
We'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the alley vacate, ordinance number 2026-03.
Then make the motions or second.
Second.
All right, maybe second. All those in favor of approving ordinance 2026-03, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. So that passes. Are you any copies of anything that we have done here tonight from your records?
Yeah, I can just grab those from Sonia tomorrow and I'll run them across the street and record them at the courthouse and then get her originals back and I'll send digital copies to the petitioners. When they've got one.
Where the papers?
We don't still want to shoot anybody off, but if you guys have places to be, you're welcome to be over there. We appreciate you guys coming around.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
We're excited to have you.
So looking forward to seeing more of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
I'm glad you didn't ask me anything because I was in Pasadena earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. The better team won. Yeah, I'm glad to see that.
I'll let you say that,
Yeah,
but we were scared the whole game.
yeah, that was a great game. That's what it should have been, so.
Thank you. We're looking forward to Taco Bell in Brownstown.
So are we.
Thank you. Safe
Thank you.
travels.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quote for the tree, because I have it on digital.
I handed it.
We used to pick it, I guess, but add that, everything got thrown away in the shuffle. We
So there's
put it on
one.
the desk. I'm calling Scott tomorrow, I'm going to do it this afternoon,
This is that lady.
and also.
Okay.
Okay. You got.
I'll give you
that one. We go back up to the top for sewer adjustment on a leaf for 904 West Bridge Street. This is for leak between the house and the meter. We've got a receipt of work done by Schneider, plumbing, heating and air. The average sewer use per month is 2,100 gallons. The gallons to be adjusted for this will be for 10,000 gallons. Amounts to be adjusted for the council is $101.20. That's a substantial amount to. Any other questions, concerns over this? If not, you present a motion.
Motion to approve the sewer adjustment at 904 West Bridge Street, the amount of $101.10.
And Tim makes the motion, is there a second? Christian Lake in the second. All those in favor of approving the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. And so that passed. Okay, next up would be the 2026 salary ordinance. The ordinance 2026-1.
I sent that to you guys showing the 3 changes. There was also one more that I went through and double checked everything. The utility plant certified operator goes to from 18 to 26. When he gets his raise, not till November, but it'll take him to 26/30. So that does need change too. Otherwise, it was the police chief, system chief, and me, depending on what is decided. I think I sent that all to you guys. And the, everybody's yearly, and it's on their anniversary date is when it is, but. These are my copies, you can go. The first 2 are from, I emailed it to you also, it falls in the, matrix. Matrix. That shows Tom and Joe's. Is within the matrix.
So when was the last time we bumped all these? I guess I was trying to bring that up.
2024. See at the top, it says 24, 25, and 26.
Okay.
That's the last time we changed in the matrix. And then they get a bump on their yearly every time. Yeah. Yeah.
But after their regular schedule, didn't we give raises to?
We, at the beginning of 2024, we brought Tom and Joe up to their yearly,
We never did anything to 25?
just their,
Just their regular.
Yes.
This is their regular
Okay.
too.
the
It's just
24, we
gonna
just
fall
brought
out.
them up to their number of years.
So it's not technically a change in the matrix, it's just updating the.
Yeah, the matrix is going on its third year. Yeah.
So that's, my understanding is I'm clear, is the chief and police chief are merely following.
Yes.
There's, so that's. Should be enough.
This is pretty
Yeah.
straightforward.
Yeah, should be no brainer.
Okay.
And I attached the matrix there so you can verify that.
And remind me again, Sonia, does that take effect on, that takes effect on our anniversary day?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's listed on the second page there too. When it's, Tom is January and then Joe, I'm not sure.
Do we even need to make a motion on that? I guess it changes the.
It changes the ordinance, yes.
Okay.
That's a summary.
USC's pretty good.
It was emailed to everybody, but I don't know if you
I
have it in front of you.
can't access it for some reason right now. I was trying to.
Yeah, that's weird. I got it on my phone, but I can't get it on my iPad, so. I know. I got it, so
Technology's
it's good.
great.
Yeah. And last year on the clerk treasurer, we just, so that didn't take effect until
July.
July. Did we talk about a pay metric similar to this one, by time for that position?
Yeah, you guys were gonna create one, but it's just never been done.
I was like, yeah, I thought we talked about it. I just didn't know if we did it or not, so. Okay.
I mean, I can make it if you like, but. That was a joke.
He's made it.
Doesn't mean it counts, right?
I mean, I know we're already in January. I wish we would have talked about this a month or so ago. Budget wise, where, because I know there's about 4 or 5 different things going on here. Where does this put us in the budget? On each of these. I hope that we budgeted for the 26 million that was coming.
For my line item, we budgeted way more than what we, if that's accepted. It just carried over, what we talked about last year and then got shut down. So it's budgeted plenty. The police, they came up with, I didn't do their budget, so.
Yeah, theirs, I think, unless someone else wants to talk about theirs, I think theirs we didn't expect it.
Yeah.
So go back to the clerk treasurer position. You said there's plenty. Can you give me actual? numbers?
It's budgeted for 62,348.
Okay, so your proposal was within, under budget was $70 a paycheck. Okay. What's the other position we're discussing?
You guys have my paper. 30 cents on is that from Annie right there?
Was there?
No, the other paper. And his 30-cent increase won't come into effect till November. Right? Look at the other paper. What's his anniversary date?
Yeah, we accept these.
Yeah. So he'll stay the 26th till November.
Okay.
So the 30 cents will be 3 pay periods, the end of the year.
Yeah, we need to.
There's 2 that need some adjustment.
But
But-
the matrix doesn't need fixed.
Right, the matrix does not need fixed, except for Tom, Joe, me, and that 30 cents. Or not matrix, but ordinance.
Yeah, no.
26. Yeah. Did you see that one?
Okay. Have to review on copy.
Go to the other, the Excel spreadsheet.
Let me see. Yeah, we're losing. Is matrix goes up to 28. Have we done like great study? Is that what we're doing? So that's a
You will, there will be some savings because the county's being gone and being.
What were those accounts that were thought that, was that trash or was that? That was trash.
Well, that goes into sewer though,
What do you know?
but the utility clerk salary is gonna be. The only thing we have to do tonight, we don't have, are the changes that are penciled in. But yes, Scott and Johnny's need looked at, and then so does street department. The street. If you look on there, Greg, that same sheet, he's making more than. Yeah, so those need some thought. I don't know,
What that ordinance is, okay, we're just gonna throw down in those. Right.
But as is outside of chief, assistant, clerk treasurer, and
30 cents
the serving 32 for student.
operator. Everybody's within,
Everybody's under.
yes.
Wastewater, why did it go to 2630 in November?
Amazing.
W is 1 year and it's 30, everyone gets 30 cents.
That's good.
He was at. I'd have to pull the pay records, but, until he got to a certain point, he was quite a bit lower and he reached that level, so. Scott came in and told me that raised him for that.
And I guess on the street side, I'm not sure how we got in that situation.
Yeah, that get by everybody, I think. I didn't realize that when it happened, or I would have said something then.
Somebody make a decision. Yeah.
I assumed you guys did it. Tell him how much he could offer, or he just did that?
I'm not aware of.
Oh, no, I guess he just did it.
When are the, police chief, assistant police chief, and those already taken?
Tom's is January 3rd, and Joe's is March. You guys have all my paperwork.
Joe's for March 23rd.
And then mine would be January.
Thoughts on this?
I think really the only question is clerk treasurer because the others fall within the matrices. Anyways.
I
The
think-
issues fall within the matrix and just need to start it. Stay. Yeah, but they, ordinance is good. Not like they follow the ordinance.
Yeah.
We got to take the nature.
You know, the clerk treasurer we talked about last time, there was a gap between changing that, so if we go to the matrix, we could, maybe we didn't do that, obviously. So I think we need to do that. And the cost of living to me somewhere in that 2 to 3% range, so yeah, I think we should consider. Doing this on. I would like to make one request though. We discussed this in Q4 for this coming year instead of January next year.
Mhm.
Do you remember what the percentage for your position was in June, July?
I can tell you what it was, what it went to.
That works.
It was 2,200. It went to 2,255.
So we need to make a motion to amend this to make it work, and then we decide if we're going to increase.
So we make a recommend. If we accept it, it was. That's the salary ordinance. These changes.
Those four.
Right, and then we can then work on those if we want to include, because they will also fall in. And then that work, the ordinance comes. As long as it's in the budget.
That's what the blueprints do, so
We need to get,
first one.
Yes, yeah.
well, this one's okay, because we've got, later, but we might as well, since we've already changed it. We're just gonna have to change the ordinance now.
It'll only affect 3 pay periods.
You want to put the money in it, right?
Not like it's in the budget.
It's all budgeted in there.
Yes.
Change the upgrade from 26 to at least 630, 669, 630. Oh, yeah. Utility.
On this matrix,
Mhm.
we this is pending an actual physical copy of the next meeting. That's something,
What?
we just asked if we could pass something pending a physical copy via the next meeting, of whatever changes.
Yes, you can pass it, and then I'll have it ready for signatures next meeting, yes.
Are you on our insurance?
No.
Okay, I guess I'll make a motion to amend salary ordinance 2026 to increase the police chief, the assistant police chief, certified operator, and clerk treasurer, you know, it's listed on the sheet. But,
Good. I second. Andy, the motion, Brian, the second, all those in favor, of ordinance 2026-1, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. That passed.
Yeah, you guys have my originals.
It's got two.
Three copies. Should have the salary matrix for the police.
It's the blue one.
I have it.
Yep.
You having a three quote too? Probably. Yeah, I know that you.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything for Scott or for,
No, that's not
Right.
for the business.
And whatever you revisit, right, whenever you revisit falls in,
okay.
Within.
yes.
Next up on the agenda would be the sewer improvement bank account, looking to close out the current balance of $1,690.57.
So that's the bank account that when Scott runs low, or has ran low, I say Scott, Stewart, we've pulled from it. There's really nothing left to pull. And so Reese suggested just moving that 1690 over to Scott's bank, Bank Two, the sewer bank, and closing that account. If we don't have service fees and stuff for that bank then, take us from 6 bank accounts to 5, and one less that gets balanced every month, and that sort of thing.
Question, we had that at one point. How was that originally funded? Or why have that separate account?
It was, the sewer improvement money went in there. That we pulled, like when he did yes, when he had the project, that's where all that money went.
So the project money wasn't necessarily. Money brought in from utility.
Correct. No, it does not have any utility money. Like, nothing will replenish this.
Okay.
It's gone, it's gone.
When it's gone, it's gone, and since it's so low, yes,
We need a motion for that.
yes.
And I move that we close the sewer improvement bank account and roll that balance into the sewer, was it bank account 2 or whatever it was
Yes.
called?
Brian make the motions or second?
Annie,
Tim got it.
And,
Tim.
okay, Tim, make it second. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. And so that passes.
Unrelated, but somewhat related. All the different bank accounts that we got, and we were paying ready for reconciliation, those, where we at on that, were we gonna get rid of them Q1 last year, as far as doing that? Where,
No, they did all through last year.
when can we stop it up?
I mean, if you guys want me to, I can cancel it. Your call, I guess.
I don't do it, so I don't,
Right.
it's not my fault.
They just do,
It's just, I know we had a plan, we were gonna get into the first quarter last year and then try to stop it, and we're still doing it today, so I know it's an expense I'd like to get rid of.
yeah, it's $833 a month.
Mhm.
I can cancel them and start doing it. It's just that it's also, someone else looking at it, you know what I mean?
But last
That,
time we discussed that it was having a second set of eyes, so
Right.
I don't know if it's necessary, now I'm just saying that was the
They review them in our
biggest argument at the last.
annual,
Oh,
I'll forget.
I don't know, that they,
wrap up.
yeah,
Yeah.
where they would validate
reconciliation.
that. How do you feel about
Are you comfortable with doing away with it?
yes, I'm comfortable that, Mindy can do Bank Two, since she does all that, money going in, and I think she can handle that better. She sees all the,
Well, but she's doing the activity in the account. So maybe you should reconcile that one, and then, you know, if there's some small ones that you do, that she could share. The person that's, it makes it difficult, so if you can't.
yes,
separate it,
she's
you
most
should.
familiar with Bank Two, I'm most familiar with Bank One.
Mhm.
It'd be easier for me to do Bank One, her to do Bank, and Bank Three, the payroll, and I do that one, so. I think between the two of us,
I guess what, by them, by really doing it every month, has there been anything that says, thank goodness they're doing this because they caught this, or they corrected that, or,
First.
like I said, I can't make a decision, but because I don't see it every day, it's,
right, they, did discover several errors in the billing issues that I don't foresee being a problem anymore,
early on or here recently.
all the way up to September.
Okay.
I'll ask this, you would it change Rob purposes, we gotta have a certain process to make sure certain eyes are seeing, do whatever. Are those considered our same set of eyes? I mean, kind of back to what you're saying, like,
Right now, they are, yes, considered our second set of eyes. But if, we do away with them and Mindy and I take them over, we can both sign off and that counts for,
I mean, that's what,
Yeah, that's what it's gonna.
and that counts for the auditors.
I was gonna make sure, because they're big on processes, wanna make sure that if we would do with our current process, that we'd have a new process that.
As long as, her and I both sign them every month, yes.
Not necessarily right, but
Right, we're
yeah.
still.
I'm just saying it's a $10,000 a year. We're looking to try to come up with $15,000 to cut trees down or get salary raising, whatever, and is this necessary?
I feel more comfortable with getting. I think I can get help, yes, if I'm struggling.
Next up, you said that class, next up would be, what, Saturday, the 3rd, there was another incident with the, sewer line going out from our building to the main line. And had to come in and Sean had to come back in, snake it, there was water coming up from the sink, from the toilets, and showers. So that was originally said, what, 2 months ago, 3 months ago? So it's one.
And then there was one 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, but it worked itself through over the weekend. And then 2 weeks later, this one wasn't working itself through. The water level, we were marking it with a Sharpie. They were right, so we were gonna have it flood.
So Sean came in, he snagged it, but I think there's gonna be an ongoing issue. Again, Sean just returned from vacation, we're able to throw my bed and have him come in. But it's one of those where it's never gonna be convenient time for that to happen, so I think it's something we need to have it fixed. Also going back, we got all through the 3rd shift, taking use restroom, shower, everything else, like it's.
It's nice to have somebody working their shifts for it, but that's.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the phone call and I was like, okay, just put do not use out of order signs on the 4 bathrooms. I put the message into Cameron and didn't hear back from him, 45 minutes later, get called back, it's rising. Okay, I'm on my way. So the quote from Cameron to fix the problem is $2,800. And that's him busting up the concrete and replacing the line.
Watch it burn.
Oh, no, okay,
That's not what I was touching at all.
Me neither,
No, I think
me
we
neither.
just do that.
And then I met him over here Sunday, take measurements. And he and Sean both agree to this. It's, be sure to tell the council, I can't get the camera all the way through. Past the first problem where it collapsed right there. He said, so that could just be problem 1, and then there's another one after that. And I agree with that too, because Sean, you saw, he put both spools of that snake through to get it. And then he just kept on, and we were all watching the manual cover, we could hear his snake through there, and it still wasn't releasing. Finally. So there's one right past the clean out, 6 feet maybe. And then probably the driveway is, there's another one where it's collapsed. And it meets the alley.
Of course, all that from pretty much that clean out, once they got the 6 feet out, it's pretty much with concrete work had to be redone. Perfect.
Yeah, after clean out, it's new concrete. And then what, a foot or two past that is the old concrete. So both of our problems we think are, that was never replaced when the building was changed over. So I'm guessing this will be a little bit higher with, if he finds a second problem. And then, Greg also had me get a quote from him of adding a floor drain in that stall for the police, like hose off their cars, whatever. He measured and he suggests putting a 15-foot long trough drain rather than just like a circle drain. And it'd have to be a little bit off center because it's the way it's sloped. It can't be right in the middle. And that was $13.20 on top of, so, right? And it's the whole 15 feet, not just like it's gonna.
Thought process is as we're back there, thinking all of a sudden, thing comes out, it's kind of where to go, it's all trying to spray it, trying to do whatever else. There's a service sink area back here, but it's got a 4 or 5 inch lip, and you can't get up there. It's nice to
We had a mess.
have something just washed up out. So,
I think it's a no-brainer while they're doing it, go ahead and do it right and get everything we need the first time.
$13.20 for the drain, and then $2,800 for. That puts him at $41.20 without running into any other problems. That's him concreting and. I don't know if I want to see that. Did you have something? in there?
The 2,800.
Yes. You saw it, okay.
yeah.
The drain I just had on, because I met him up here and then he left and I left.
You said 2,800 did not include pre-concreted?
Yes, it does.
It does, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So what it goes today, 41.20 for the drain, and that there could be another issue past the.
If he gets to another drain or blockage, he may have to add.
And then all of the cracks that are in the stall will have to be fixed. There's some kind of special waterproof stuff, and he said Sean could do that. He said, "I'll save you money." He knows how to do it and can get the stuff so that when they're hosing stuff or whatever, it doesn't get in those cracks, it goes straight to it.
I think Sean actually said it, didn't he do then at the street department?
Yes,
But he's done it.
yes.
Unfortunately, with
And he said next week or the week after next, he could get it all done. I feel like we have like a 2-week window before it's gonna clog again, because that's the max we got last time.
I think it'd be much, but I think we've got to figure out a way to.
How much more do you think if he runs into that second issue, you think he's gonna add? I mean, is it gonna double it? Is it?
I wouldn't think so, because cutting the concrete,
Did you say that's actually out in the gravel area? Or the second one?
it's all concrete.
So it's all concrete. I haven't been back there, I have no idea.
Concrete blacktop.
Okay.
It's all concrete.
So it's gonna have to be all cut.
Yeah.
Would you think worst case scenario would be twice?
I'd say worst case scenario, yes.
Just wondering if we use something like that to put a cap on, not to go over.
So the drain won't go over 13.20.
60 minutes.
What we said not to go over.
I mean, a number if we come back from just an English get started and then to have that next amount, if there happens to be another, there's commitment involved.
And the only, I don't know how long that is, however long that the garage stall is, and then however long the, parking is the max long it could be. Because it meets the alley, it's going into the main. And then when they poured that, the, where they park is new, so I wonder if, did they replace that? And so the only old part is that orangey? I don't know. That would be nice.
I'll try.
Okay.
Make a motion to have the sewer line repaired and a 15-foot drain put in, for a price not to exceed $6,000. Because above that, then we'll have to revisit. Then we may have to have a emergency
Emergency.
meeting or something to do that.
Tim making the motion, is there a second?
Yes, second.
Mr. Lincoln for the second. All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. On to James Council.
So great feedback on the, we had great feedback on the reset earlier. That's fantastic. They can fix one or two little things and then we can release funds. But they're supposed to be here today, but they didn't have so many tomorrow. Whether they gotta add those leaves, okay? Other than that, should be good to go. We gotta still work on the basketball goals, but I told Sean, we can't do concrete right now, so I told him to put those in the street department where we have room, so they're not continually laying out there. So, other than that, I would say phase one or whatever we were thinking is complete. So going to phase two, the building, I was trying to figure out, obviously they have to be pricing, but I really didn't, like, what do you price, right? So I had someone draw this up for me a little bit, sent it to you guys for your thoughts, what do you think? Blah, blah. So basically 36 by 40 with a little bitty front covered porch so that people come off the sidewalk and not standing in the rain. Not a big front porch, but just, okay? With a double front door, so if people are carrying in, okay, you know what I'm saying, you can open both front doors. Then, on the left side would be and the reason everything is on the one side is because I have to have the sewer and the water brought over, so cost efficiency, everything has to be on one side. I did not like that, but, okay. So we do the counter, the sink, I said, they put stove, but obviously we're not doing stove, but that there, the island, I would do opposite direction, I would not have it come outward, I would go, you know what I'm saying?
Makes
All-
sense with the counter.
Right. And all that would have tons of outlets in the island and outlets across the entire county, okay? Then you come up here and you have the concrete patio, which I might make that smaller and just have a bigger patio if we get more funding out. So I'm not sure what this little bitty patio, concrete pad would actually do. And then they suggested the sidewalk, there's the two outside restrooms that are only accessible from the outside, with a mini split in between to keep those warm, accessible all year. Okay? Then you have the storage, so it would be whatever, for the inside, for mop bucket, tables, chairs, whatever you need. And then your little maintenance area room for water heater, furnace, okay? Then you have the inside restrooms, and so that people don't watch the inside restrooms, they suggested a freestanding wall, put some pictures on the opposite side, so when people come into the restroom, you don't see that they're coming in the restroom. I loved all this, except after looking at it, my thought was, I didn't feel like if you had people coming in, did you really want them that close to the restroom here? So I was thinking maybe flip this to the front and the kitchen here, but then you have to have a little sidewalk to come around, so people would come around and go to the bathroom, and they wouldn't really interrupt people coming in and out of the door of the actual. Does that make sense? But I don't know.
So when you pull into the parking lot, it's like this or like that?
When you pull into the parking lot, that's where the front porch is covered. Okay, and right now you pull in, you walk in, and the kitchen would be to the right because that's where the sewer lines and all that has to be.
Gotcha.
Then you would go and you would have your garage door and door out there, and you also have your two restrooms. Okay, well, I don't know if I want people having parties
everybody in and out of those restaurants all the time. So my thought was, out of sight, out of mind, they have to come around a sidewalk area and they go in where this kitchen would be. So they like swap those, but I don't know, that's why I was interested. You see what I mean? But I don't know,
I don't understand.
where?
Because
Because
it's the playground and where's the parking lot?
Playground.
the basketball goes here, basketball's over here, okay? And where it's a concrete patio, right out here is the playground.
Oh.
Okay, you've got a garage door to open so that people can keep that open, sit out on the patio, watch your kids play, there'll be picnic tables, everything here. But would you really want those bathrooms that close to your garage door? So would you move your garage door over a little bit? So I mean, because you wouldn't have all this area, so you have a kitchen, stove, or kitchen, refrigerator, all that right here. With a garage door more in the center. You know what I'm saying? And leave all this restroom stuff down in here. Does that make sense?
I would think the outdoor restrooms would make more sense to be closer to the playground area.
Well,
instead of
that's
on the
why
other
I
side of
want
the building.
everybody's feedback, but I didn't know if that would bother people, because if you're sitting here and you got a garage door, can you really see over here? Yeah.
I'll come back and ask another question. With this, I see sidewalk, I see patio, basketball court. Is this like ADA compliant?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's first one.
because I don't know, 8 foot, you gotta be able to turn a wheelchair around.
I mean, the access to, like, when they
Yes.
come down the basketball court, do they get there?
We're gonna have to make sure that it should be, yes.
Okay.
Is there gonna be some kind of a, I guess, a sidewalk around the side of the building,
Yes,
all the way from the parking lot to the back?
yes. So I may have to do away with some of this this concrete's so expensive, depending on how much funding I got. I may have to do away with this patio. Right now. So my thought was, I understand, they're like, see, originally I wanted the bathrooms on the left side.
As you look at it.
Yes, I wanted originally that, but they told me I can't do that. It would cost me too much money to have water lines and sewer lines on that side and the kitchen side. Okay, so I had to put them both on the same side. But my question is there too much up here? You've got entrance and exit to the play area. You see what I'm saying? And then you got all this bathroom where you would have people coming and going, or would you rather have them coming and going down here? You see what I mean? And you could do that garage door over to the center. It wouldn't be like, oh, here's your garage door to the side.
I've got a question for you.
Mhm.
What if you leave the bathrooms where they are, but change where the doors are? So the two bathrooms on the side of the building, have those go out to,
I thought about that too, yes.
and then have the others, and where the storage is, move the
Yes.
storage down beside the bathrooms between that and the counter.
Mhm.
And that way you can move your garage door closer to the bathrooms, but you're not gonna have bathroom entrances right by it. They'll be around the corner.
And then have your freestanding wall here. That was my other option.
Yes, that's what I would,
Yeah, that would be good.
Where these would be your outside entrances and that would be.
and
That
you
was
could
my
put the
thought.
mechanical room, you could either put the mechanical room between the storage closet and your counter, or leave it where it is, whichever you would want. Well,
That would
you'd have to
gain
move it to
another
open your,
8 feet.
you'd have to move it to have the door open on that side if you wanted. That's up to you.
I mean, technically, you gave you, put your doors over here, you got the whole 16. If you really wanted it.
Yeah.
Because your doors will be on the outside.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
I feel like the inside bathrooms, you can just have a unisex bathroom.
Well, they told me to do. It's not much more money, that's why I did that.
Okay.
I would still think having two would be beneficial, even if they are unisex, just.
Yeah.
Because my thought was, okay, let's do 3. Either one outside, 2 inside, 2 and 1, and they're like, that's not where your money's at.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. And then when you decide, do we want to make those outside 24/7? Put that mini split or no? Shut them off.
In the winter, you mean?
But I can always put mini split, they're not, they're not too expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, that side of the main split doesn't use very much electricity as far as your electric bill is.
So I think that is the main split, also they're cooled and I'm thinking more protected on the pipes, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, that's what it's there for.
Wintertime,
That's the purpose.
less than the use of it.
But anyone you get is going to heat and cool.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the purpose. Otherwise, we have to shut those down because the pipes are free.
We have some kind of, it sounds awful, some kind of box to protect that to.
Well, I think you put it up on it.
The outdoor unit? Yeah, you can mount it to
No,
like,
yes, the mini split.
yeah, the outdoor part of the mini split, you could mount it, cause it's real easy to carry off. They're not very big, but you could mount that really high up on the wall. Wouldn't, I mean, you can put them wherever you want, but
So you like keeping them up here then?
I have no issue, I think if you.
Or-
I like
You know,
that.
I'm
You
trying,
flip the inside outside
Move those
thing,
shoulders.
and then your base is still the same, this is a nice level.
maybe not,
and did you say that main split's gonna have two heads?
that's what he said.
If you wanted to where they can't damage it as much, you could also have two heads that come out from the ceiling straight down. They don't have to be wall mounted.
Yeah, you got this head.
And I did not do a lot of, I didn't do windows because I was afraid that you got people peeking in all the time, you know, peeking in. So there's not really windows down in the,
Ceiling can access it.
where it's hot, you know, there's that line.
For your lights.
I don't know if you wanna add windows, but
Yeah,
I've changed it as
And
cost,
we have those in
as fast as possible, because I don't know, I can't get a custom to move
bigger.
the, water.
that's in the heater. Cool, okay, maybe.
Did you do windows?
So is this the school over here,
That's the baseball.
Yeah.
baseball field?
Oh, well, it go basketball and baseball line.
So where's the sewer coming from?
The old building, that's come around the side. Is what Sean suggested,
So it's gonna run.
where the old is at.
You're gonna run up,
Gonna run it,
the property lines.
See, I don't see it will matter which side you put those on. Cause it's gonna be the same straight up from. It's gonna come straight up, you're gonna go to the left or the right, it's gonna be the same. I think you can put your bathrooms wherever you want.
One up there.
This is a brand new one? Think I have no sense of direction. At all.
Who's built it, Andy?
I know, that's what I've gotta get a draft and then get some quotes, you know what I mean?
So, I just wanna make sure you guys are aware, that'll have to get approval from the state construction state design release.
Yes.
So it has to be drawn by an architect, they changed that a couple years ago.
We got it.
Yeah. But though, I mean, with it being open to the public, it has to have that approval, or if something happens, we will get the brakes.
Sure.
And it's gonna be expensive,
To get an architect to do it,
just permitting alone will be like $1,000.
I get a copy of it.
Yeah,
So do I have a certain architect or can I use one?
any architect, it just has to be stamped before it can be submitted to the state.
Hmm.
So we have to-
And they'll be able to go my compliance, they'll understand all that, but I.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you use someone like Greg or Post Build or something like that, they get.
Yeah, sometimes they'll pre-stamp stuff.
Okay.
And then we send it to the state and they have to approve it.
It's like, not right on. That's what I'm just telling you before you get there.
You still have 2 years to get it.
I mean, we all kept our same positions for this year. That's part.
Okay, so then I need to have an architect draw this up.
Or go through someone like
Graver.
Graver that does this. And they could take care of that.
So we have drawings on
It
it.
would be
Graver
included in your,
They could create their own drawings.
like a full package.
I guess I saw where you're gonna use, at least on this draft, here, you got board and batten, vinyl siding and actual shingles. Is there a
They
reason why-
told me that was cheaper than metal. I'm just listening.
We had our roof quoted both ways and the metal was like thousands more than
It's
shingle.
high now, but
Dad didn't think so, I thought,
I think
oh,
it's-
damn, no, they're like, no. Okay, so I need to go to Greg first then.
But gray roofs, put metal on it, but it's a package deal.
Someone who does that much metal might be able to get a better price break on it than
Right.
Well, maybe we could pick another place for two to go to.
Well, I was trying to use local hardware. I was going to talk to them tomorrow to see what kind of a deal they would give me over cost. Have their name, do what I'm saying, and then find the builder. Correct. That was my goal.
They might
But-
have an architect.
Now I'm to the point of, you see what I'm saying? Because obviously, I'd rather use somebody from Brownstown.
I mean, they may have connections, they may have somebody that.
Yeah, they may be able to help with that.
Well, it might be a lot more than what you think, you can just tell them what you're trying to do and.
Right.
tell them
But I was,
essentially what-
my goal was, I had no idea, so go and tell somebody, hey, I want to build something, and they just look at you like you.
Oh, Steve, you'll put his name on the building. Right beside Annie and Steve.
Tom Sherper is brought an architect in the town, he's the only one in Jackson County, maybe worth talking to.
Okay.
I haven't dealt with him, don't know anything about it, but Tom uses him, he's based out of Jackson County.
Good. But otherwise, that was somewhat of a good drawing, I guess, to take it to some concept thing.
And your architect will be able to help
Right.
identify flow issues and things as well.
I think they want to show right here.
I love the garage door idea.
Open it up, and you got a big party on front, you know, see out some
I do think
kids.
if you added windows, maybe you could do something
Yes.
to a film on it to get some natural light in, and then people can see too, if they've got littles out. Windows would, you know,
That was
maybe
another reason I thought of keeping the bathrooms on the end closest to the playground areas, so they don't have to go all the way around closer to the parking lot to get to it. That was what I thought.
Yeah, because if you got a couple kids playing and one has to go potty, if it's on the playground end, they can just go potty and you keep your other ones. Gotta go all the way over there, you're gonna go with them. I don't know, we're hoping. Hopefully.
Well, yeah. Hey, Sheila and I don't have little kids anymore. You have to worry about the responsible parents.
Barry, I got one more thing, I got a meeting.
Yeah, right.
That's okay. So I think most of you guys know, but I joined Dan Bland as a partner at Foresight Land Surveying. As part of that partnership, and part of that agreement, Hooters Lane Associates will be no more. It's gonna be absorbed by Foresight. So I'm more than happy to continue to help you guys, but it'll be through Foresight, not as your Lane Associates. I think our agreement, our contract from a couple of years ago said 30 days notice. So I guess this will serve as my 30-day notice to let you guys decide how you want to proceed, but that'll be completely dissolving. So that's why I just need to figure out if you guys want to move forward or not. No big deal either way. Again, more than happy to continue to help you guys. If you have another solution, I would not be against it, just because we've had to turn some work away for conflict of interest reasons with me handling the zoning for different petitions. And we've had to send work to Jonathan Isaacs, who's a good friend of mine, but I don't really want to send work his way that we could be doing. So, that's not a decision or something you guys have to figure out immediately. I do need to know whether you want to proceed. The only thing that'll change on that agreement is who money's going to, maybe in Foresight or the Planning Associates.
would it be the same rate or? do we
Yeah,
give it-
so same rate. Nothing would change, except I don't have to do it after 4:30 anymore, because I'm not county employee, so. I just wanted to put that bug in your ear. If you can let me know here in the next month, if you'd like to keep going with that agreement. And then we can continue that on. Like I said, it's 30 days either way, if we decide to do something else. If you guys have someone else in mind, like I said, I'd be more than happy to step away from it, but I don't want to leave you high and dry either. So we'll continue to do it until we find a solution. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm in the process of actively dissolving Hooters Lane Associates. So here in the next month, I'd like to just have that shored up and over with, but I appreciate the last couple of years, and hopefully you guys have been happy with the service. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you call me, email me, whatever, here over the next couple of weeks while you figure out what you want to do. But I've got all the records and stuff archived, and we can throw those on a flash drive. If you decide to go in another direction, I'll make sure you have everything you need. But that's all I've got. I got a fair board meeting at 7, so.
You're good.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, Connor.
See you.
Yeah. Under.
My things are due. Stupid trying to Sonia. Who do we need to have sign the customer owns the garage utility waiver form? There's that right in there. You need somebody to sign that. Who has authorization for that? You, Greg?
Either one of us. Do you have it?
No, they said they said we've been trying to get hold of Sonia to find out who needs to sign it. But I don't know, but I'll find out tonight. Who knows?
Maybe see how they're trying to get a hold of
I know.
Yeah. Cause I've emailed back and forth with them before.
I know.
Yep, they can just email it.
Well, thank for the agenda for the next meeting. I've talked in the past about John Lawson would like to get some flags and stuff down Main Street. He sent me a text today, said he'd like to be on the agenda for the next meeting on the 20th. Kind of come in and
What's his name?
John Lawson.
I passed him yesterday, I wondered if the advance with that.
Yeah, so he said he'd be at the start of the year, he's got some ideas, and he's done some homework, and he's talked to like at the South Florida, whatever, you know, because some of the questions we had about what you do at night, they put the lights on them, and half mast and all that, so there's flag etiquette, so he's kind of done his homework on that, and he wants to come in and kind of present what his thoughts are.
And with the, backtracking just a minute with the, bank statements. I'd like to go ahead and let them do January, if that'd be okay, and then,
Every time they schedule.
yeah, in January is W-2s, all that stuff, and then take off in February, if that would work.
Anything else?
There have been some developments in the litigation concerning the trailer park, and so we should probably have an executive session to announce this. We could do it at a law firm, or we can do it right before the next meeting, whatever, or after the next meeting, whatever you guys want to do. You can on, 15 minutes, just for you guys.
You guys want to decide?
What's best for you, Zach?
Either. I'll look aboard.
Maybe a little time to check, calendar. So is it something you can set up?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do it, via email, I can have Wendy send that email to see what works best.
Anything else? Business. If not, entertained by the.
Motion adjourned.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Good phone.
I said, Ron, I got it later.
So, question,